Welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm going to be talking to you about static nails. I'm going to be giving you my review as well as showing you a video tutorial on how I actually apply the nails. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and if there's any other products you're interested in seeing me make a video about, comment below. So I first heard about static nails through a friend of mine. When I saw her, I noticed that her nails looked freshly manicured and I thought she had just come from a salon, and she told me she did them from home herself. And that's when I learned about static nails. So I was really reluctant to try them myself because I've had really bad experiences with press-on nails. However, once I learned that it was a vegan product, I felt more comfortable because I don't like any products that are damaging or have a ton of chemicals. So I prefer all natural products. So I usually purchase the square nail pack. You can actually file and clip the nails if you need to shorten them or if you want to change the style of it. They have a few other kinds that you can purchase, but I usually like the square. And once I put them on, I don't really need to do any other maintenance to them. I like the size and I like the way that it looks just the way it is. So overall, I do think that these nails are really beautiful. You know, they look super nice and shiny. I think that for less than $15 a pack, it's definitely worth it to do this from the convenience of your own home. I will say that the one really annoying thing about this product is that when you're pressing the nails on, you need to use the finger from the opposite hand to kind of press the nail on, and you'll see this in my video. And when you do, I always get a little bit of excess nail residue in the cuticle area, which transfers to the back of my finger and from the back of my finger onto the press-on nail. Even if you wipe it off right away from the corners, it still ends up happening for me. And then with that nail residue on the new press-on reusable nails, it's hard to get it off. I've tried using a little bit of olive oil, that didn't do anything. And then I tried using a little bit of acetone, putting that on a Q-tip and kind of scratching it off. That was a little bit more effective. However, it doesn't fully come off, and you'll see what I'm talking about when you see the tutorial part of my video. So unfortunately, this is like my 6th or 7th pack that I've put on. I haven't been able to avoid that yet. I contacted Static Nails and was like, hey, any tips or tricks about this? And they were kind of just like, well, you're probably using too much nail glue. But when you read the instructions, they say online that the more glue that you use, the longer the nails stay on, because you need to put glue on your natural nail as well as the press-on nail. So it's kind of just like, that's contradictory, but okay. So it's just a matter of probably practice makes perfect. It's just something that I haven't been able to overcome yet. So I will say that that nail residue is way more visible on these darker colored nails than on the lighter shades. I usually go with a nude or a white, but I wanted to switch it up this time around for fall. I think this is a beautiful color for this season. It's very on trend. However, that nail residue is way more obvious on these darker color nails. So I'm definitely going to switch back to the lighter shades because while I still get that residue on the reusable nail, you can barely see it. So I would definitely recommend going with the lighter shades if you feel like you're also having the same issue. I do really like that these nails are reusable, so if they pop off or if you decide to take them off, you can actually use these same nails a few more times. After you take the nails off or after they fall off, you'll notice excess nail residue on your natural nail after the nails come off. I thought that the residue would go away on its own the more I washed my hands. However, that wasn't the case. A few days later, I still noticed that it wasn't budging. So that's when this nail buffer that comes in your package comes in handy. So if you use the blue side first on your nail, buff it down, and then use the pink side after, it will repair and restore your natural nail. So this little buffer is very, very effective. So definitely put this to use if you see that residue still on your natural nail. Don't panic because this will take care of that. All right, you guys, enjoy the tutorial on how I apply the static nails. If you have any other questions, drop them in the comments. So you guys will see here, this is my static nails setup. I have a brand new pack of the static nails. I have a pack of the brush-on nail glue, which I will explain in a minute, and a little rag, and this is just to wipe off any excess nail glue. Now, the name of this color that I have here is the Cherry Liqueur, and this is a square nail pack. I prefer the square nail packs, but you can pick according to which kind you like, if you prefer round or almond or, you know, whatever else that you like. Now I'm going to open up this nail pack and you can kind of get a sense of what's inside of it. So this is everything that it comes with. So this brush-on nail glue is a separate purchase. This is not included with this static nail purchase here. So what you get when you buy the package is 2 sets of 12 nails. And you also get, as you can see, you get a nail buffer and you get nail glue. So there are 12 sizes in each pack, and I think that this will fit most people. I can kind of find what I need and then some. If I chip a nail or I break a nail, there's usually 1 or 2 that I can use to replace it if I don't want to use that same nail. I've gone through and chosen the nails for my left hand and my right hand, and I just set them aside, and you'll see the extra nails I have here. So I'm actually just going to pack these up and get them out of the way. I'm going to pack up the nail buffer because I have already filed and buffed my nails in advance. So I will not need that right now. The static nails come with this glue here. And while this glue is great, it works great. The thing is, when you apply the glue with this, I end up getting a lot in this corner area here. And then after, when I seal this glue back up and I go back to use it at a later date, what happens is when I open this, the glue is dried up. So I end up having to cut a piece of this off the top with scissors. And then what happens is this tip here gets more open, essentially. And what that means is the next time you go to use this, it's gonna dispense too much glue. So then in these corners here on the end here, you end up getting way too much glue. And then when you go to seal, I use my opposite hand, the finger of my opposite hand, to press the nail on. And what ends up happening is you get a lot of extra glue on this finger here. I think a little bit of glue is fine, but excess turns out to be way too much. So I saw that Static Nails is now selling this brush-on nail glue. This was $8 when I went to buy it, and I think this is going to be a game changer. So we're going to see how this works today, and I'm going to show you how I apply these nails with the brush-on nail glue, because I think it'll make not only this application easier, but the next time I go to apply easier. So now you're seeing this piece of paper here that I have. I just use this when I'm applying the nails. I'll put my finger that I'm applying the nail to on this just to prevent the glue from getting on the table. This actually just came in the Static Nails package that I opened up, so it's nice and convenient. Now I always start outward inward, so I start from the pinky to the thumb. So I've already applied a little bit of glue. I'm going to apply a little bit more, and always apply some to the back of the nail as well. And the trickiest part, honestly, is grabbing the nail. And then you just line it with the back of the nail, and you press and hold with your thumb for 30 seconds. Now, I always get a little bit of nail residue on my thumb, so I always try to apply with the same finger. Like, I don't try to switch and hold the 30 seconds with the index finger, because I already feel like I'm gonna get excess glue on my thumb, so let's not get glue everywhere. So you're gonna hold this for 30 seconds. Now we're gonna just do the same thing and work our way to the thumb. So I would start by applying some to the back of the nail first. It always sticks a little bit, so it's never a perfect process. Now I'm going to just apply more glue to the nail. Again, I've already tried to push my cuticles back before this process. So I think that looks pretty good. Now the tricky part is grabbing the nail from the top, kind of aligning it underneath the cuticle, and press and hold for 30 seconds with your thumb. As you can see, the nail is on. I just have a little bit of excess glue, so I'm gonna wipe that off. That's looking pretty good. Again, there's no perfect science to this. I find it's just, you know, you learn as you go. But I've gotten a lot better after I've done it a couple times. And like I said, the brush on nail glue makes it way less messy of a process. I think that should be all set. So I'm gonna try to grab the nail up by the top. We're gonna try to hold, apply to the back, give that a second, then we're going to apply some more glue to our finger. Try to get the edges as best as you can. And press and hold with the thumb from the opposite hand for 30 seconds. As you can see, we have the 4 of the 5 nails on there. We're gonna just do that with the thumb as well. And this hand is pretty much done. Align it underneath the cuticle, just like that, and press and hold with the thumb of the opposite hands. As I'm sure you guys can already see what a difference, right, from the left to the right. So I'm gonna do the same thing, working my way from the pinky to the thumb on the right hand. Before I moved on, I decided to get a bigger piece of paper to work off of because I feel like the other one was just a little bit too small. So again, trial and error, we're gonna see that the bigger piece of paper should just give us a little bit better of a background in case we do spill any of that glue. So here we go. I think the most difficult thing is when you press the nail on and you're holding it with the opposite hand for 30 seconds, when you go to pull this finger off, sometimes I find that the glue from the cuticle here, the back of the nail, will stick to the bottom of the finger, and you almost feel like you're tearing your finger off of the press on. The trickiest thing is you want to try to, as much as you can, avoid getting that glue on the press on nail, but sometimes it does happen. I find that when I'm pressing, sometimes even if you press with the side of the finger, it can be just as useful. It can be just as good as the bottom of the finger. Sometimes you have to get creative to kind of try to avoid really getting the nail glue on the new nails on the press on. So just keep that in mind as you're working. Like I said, it's no perfect science when you're doing it yourself, but you will kind of learn as you go. From pressing down on the nail to get it to stick, I have excess glue residue on the back of my fingers, and that is absolutely okay. This actually will just when you wash your hands, this will go away. So that's what I've noticed. This will tend to fade within the day or two or whatnot. Thanks for watching, you guys, and I'll see you in the next video.